I will issue a warrant for your arrest if you refuse to attend in person.
Can you please stop referring to me as a defendant?
Ms. Christian, I got to tell you, I don't know what in the heck you're talking about.
Because I really don't want to have to file claims and ruin people's lives and ruin their jobs because they're not upholding my constitutional rights as a woman, not a defendant. I am a woman only. I, woman Angela. I, woman Angela. I, woman Angela. That's it. Not defendant. I don't want to file claims. I'm trying very hard, and I've been trying hard to not do that. But I guess if we got to keep going, that's my next step, and I will file proper claims.
All right, guys. Today's hearing is about to get seriously intense. We've got a full-blown Karen and a sovereign citizen wrapped into one chaotic package. This lady comes in hot, starts threatening the court like she's running the place, and the judge, total savage, shuts her down without flinching. Seriously, how do people like this even think they can pull this off in court? It's pure delusion at this point. And honestly, she really thought she walked away clean in the end. But trust me, that's not how it goes down. I won't spoil the rest, but get ready to watch this unhinged sovereign citizen get absolutely wrecked by a no-nonsense judge. Let's dive in.
All right, good morning, Ms. Christensen. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, good morning. We are back on the record in the 53rd Circuit Court for the County of Presqu'île. And Ms. Christensen, although you're appearing from your home, for convenience sake, it might not feel like a court hearing, but it is a court hearing, so I'm going to ask you to please remove your hat.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. Okay, thank you. All right, so as we begin the hearing, just like last time, I'm required each time to remind you that you do have the right to the assistance of a lawyer if you wish. And that includes the right to a lawyer at public expense if you were indigent, and that you've previously waived that right and wish to represent yourself. And so I guess I want to ask you again, do you reaffirm that you'd like to represent yourself in this matter, or would you like to have a lawyer?
No, I would like to self-govern, and I stand on my paperwork.
Okay, so what we have today, you did file 4 written notices that asked for some type of relief, and we had adjourned the hearing to today for any argument on that. So the prosecutor has had a chance to review them. So Ms. Christensen, you say that you stand by the paperwork, and that's fine. I do have the paperwork in front of me. Is there any argument that you'd want to make on your behalf right now to me in support of those claims, or do you wish to just rely on the written pleadings you filed?
It is my wish to stand on my paperwork.
Okay. Mr. Radsabon, do the people have any argument in opposition to those 4 notices?
Your Honor, I've reviewed the paperwork, and I guess while she may not recognize or honor the state of the law, I don't believe that there's any relief that's recognized under law that would allow you to dismiss this case against her based on what she's alleged in the paperwork. I fail to see it.
Okay. All right. Well, Ms. Christensen, now I'm going to make a ruling on the notices, which I'm construing as some motion or request for relief. And I've got a written order that I'll enter. I'll read it at this point. Defendant, who at this point in the case is representing herself, has filed 4 handwritten notices. These notices appear to seek relief in one form or another. As to the first notice, defendant asserts that she is a woman and not a defendant. The court finds that Angela Christensen is both a woman and a defendant in this criminal action.
Is this not the most embarrassing thing you've ever seen from a sovereign citizen? Like, seriously, how do you sit there and spew this nonsense with a straight face? It's painfully obvious this woman is just trying to wiggle her way out of the charges. But guess what? If you're caught committing a crime, you don't get to just opt out of reality. That's not how the law works. And the wildest part? She's actually standing there trying to deny basic facts like her own identity. I mean, come on. This is peak delusion. It really feels like our country's just going in circles at this point. Honestly, sometimes it seems like these people are winning. Cases get dragged out for months, cost the system money, and then end up dismissed just to clear the docket. But I want to know what you guys think. Is the system letting them slide too easy? Or are judges just fed up? Let's dive back in.
To the extent her notice seeks relief, such relief is denied. As to the second notice, defendant demands that any man or woman with a claim against her appear and present such claim in open court. To the extent that this notice seeks to invoke defendant's right to confront her accusers, this court will enforce that right. However, the right of confrontation does not require the complaining witnesses to appear at all pretrial hearings, but only the trial or any necessary evidentiary hearings. So to the extent that this notice seeks to require the appearance of any complaining witnesses at all pretrial hearings, such relief is denied. As to the third notice, defendant asserts that this court lacks authority over her and that only her creator has that authority. Without gainsaying the authority of the creator, it can be noted that religious traditions commonly recognize that the creator has instituted human authority as well. In this matter, the people of the state of Michigan, through ratifying the 1963 state constitution, as well as its predecessor constitutions, have established this court and its authority. The people of the state of Michigan, through their elected representatives, have established laws that apply in this court. And the people of this county have elected this judge to serve in this office. And this court has subject matter over this felony prosecution and has personal jurisdiction over this defendant. Any relief sought by this notice is denied. As to the fourth notice, defendant claims that this court and the government exist only because she allows them to exist. To the extent that this assertion reiterates the proposition that our constitutional republic is founded on the consent of the governed, such proposition is axiomatic as a general matter. However, this proposition does not require that the government must obtain consent or permission from each individual person before exerting governmental authority over that person. Such an idea is nonsense and would result not in a constitutional republic, but in anarchy. This defendant's views would render all the criminal laws null and void, which is legally and practically absurd. Therefore, any relief sought by this notice is also denied. All right, so Ms. Christensen, all of the claims and papers that you have filed, I have found to be lacking in legal and factual merit, and I have denied any such relief. And I'm entering a
That's fine. Can you please stop referring to me as a defendant? And I guess the next step will be, I guess I got to do the actual filing of the claims if you're going to deny all of those.
No, those, I don't know what claims you're talking about. You filed some claims or notices or requests.
No, I did not even file my claims yet. I did notices. I did not file my claims yet. I've been putting that off because I really don't want to have to file claims and ruin people's lives and ruin their jobs because they're not upholding my constitutional rights as a woman, not a defendant. I am a woman only. I, woman Angela. I, woman Angela. I, woman Angela. That's it. Not defendant. I'm not a defendant.
Well, you are.
All that yapping, all that research. And the judge hits her with a simple, denied. You can literally see her brain scrambling for an excuse, using the last 2 brain cells she's got left. It's almost painful to watch. And then, out of nowhere, she suddenly claims she's not even the defendant. Like, what? It's like, sovereign citizens have this one magic trick they all try. Deny you're part of the system and hope it all just disappears. But here's the thing. It never works. Not once. You can't just pretend you're not yourself to avoid legal consequences. That's not how reality works. Honestly, I don't even know what the solution is anymore. Maybe we just ship all the sovereign citizens off to one lawless island and see how long they last. Let me know in the comments if you'd co-sign that idea. Because this courtroom circus is about to get even wilder.
And,
okay, in your opinion and legalese, yes, but I am a woman. So do we need to do trial by jury when we can do my claims and file my court with your court at the same time? Because that's going to be my next step, to file claims against everybody involved in this case. Because there is no verified claim, and complaints and claims are 2 different things. I don't want to file claims. I'm trying very hard, and I've been trying hard to not do that. But I guess if we got to keep going, that's my next step. And I will file proper claims with the proper people and the insurancing for the bonding. So I don't know what you want to do at this point, and I really don't want to have to do that.
Ms. Kristen, I got to tell you, I don't know what in the heck you're talking about. You're talking nonsense. So here's the thing. I am not going to relinquish my authority in this case. I'm not. All right. The prosecutor's office can dismiss the case. They're choosing not to. So that means we do have to go forward to a jury trial unless you want to plead guilty. All right. But what I'm also going to do is your ramblings here today and at previous hearings, and after I reviewed your written notices, it's clear to me that you have no concept of the legal and factual issues at stake. And
I would never know anything about legalese because I never went to school to do the legalese, so I don't understand that part.
All right, you're illustrating my next point, and you have no respect for the authority of the court. You continue to interrupt me and such, and file these nonsense claims. So I am hereby withdrawing my consent for you to represent yourself. I'm referring this matter to the Office of Assigned Counsel for appointment. So any papers you file in this case, I will reject because they have to be filed.
Well, I don't accept that offer, and I do not require you to give me any court-appointed attorney, and I will self-govern because that is my right. I don't want an attorney. I don't do legalese. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful. I'm trying to be very decent.
Well,
I stand on my paperwork, and I'll do the rest of my paperwork. I will keep doing it, and now I'm going to file my claims, so that's fine. But no, I don't need no legal counsel. I refuse that offer. I do not accept that offer. I'm sorry. With all due respect to you, I don't accept that.
well, Ms. Christensen, it wasn't an offer. So we are scheduling this next for a docket call on February 14th at 10:30 in the morning. And I'll refer it to the Office of Assigned Counsel for you to have an attorney at that hearing. You are no longer allowed to represent yourself in this matter, and you will be in person in my courtroom at that date and time.
I'm sorry, but I cannot be there. I can do it via Zoom, and I don't accept that offer either unless you want to compensate me for my gas and my time. Because I can't do that. I can't even afford to. Sorry.
Ms. Christensen, it's not an offer. I want to have you here because you've expressed such disregard for the proceedings. I want to have you here so you can see your attorney. Ms. Christensen, stop interrupting me. It's not an offer. You will be here, or I will issue a warrant for your arrest if you refuse to attend in person. All right. We'll see you February 14th, or I'll issue a warrant for your arrest. You have a good day.
You have a nice day.
You really can't make this stuff up. Here's the actual screenshot of the invoice she tried to send to the court. Get this, totaling $86,000 for her second appearance. Like, what? Who does that? This lady isn't just a rude Karen. She's a full-blown sovereign citizen boss level. I swear she's like the final form of courtroom delusion. It's almost impressive how far off the rails she's gone. But real talk, I've got to give props to the judge here. He stayed calm, collected, and completely unbothered. He shut down every stunt she tried to pull and did it with total authority. That's rare these days. Some judges just lose patience. But this guy? Total pro. He laid down the law without losing his cool, and I respect that big time. So what do you guys think? Did the judge go too hard on her, or did he handle it perfectly? And seriously, $86K for gas money and court time? This lady's out of her mind. If you enjoyed this one, drop a comment with your thoughts or any wild sovereign citizen videos you want me to cover next. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I drop new videos every single day. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.